True your freedom.
They want to eliminate what they call the deep state. The deep state is a cadre of professionals dedicated to honoring the Constitution, the laws of this country, and carrying out the policies of the Congress and the President. The deep state dedicated to carrying out the policies of the President. The deep state dedicated to carrying out the policies of the President.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Yes, I showed up a little bit early. Yes, I meant to do it. Yes, it's intentional. Everybody, remember, improvise, adapt, overcome. We've got a lot to overcome, too. Do we not? Yes, we actually do. Let's start off with some fun, shall we? How about this? Let's do this. A totalitarian has bit the dust. He's a Canadian journalist. Oh, and he also says you need the Jim Jones Juice passport. And if you folks don't get the Jim Jones Juice, you should be fired. Oh, this guy is pro JJJ all the way. Canadian journalist. Oh, and at age 33, folks. The ripe old age, the very aged and wise 33-year-old Canadian Ian Vandael died dead, room temperature, no more, nada, done. Another one bites the dust. Hey, why don't you take a wild guess why the pro Jim Jones Juice asswipe journalist who publicly went out there using his journalistic integrity to become an advocate for fucking people over. You guessed it, folks. I'm in one of those kind of moods. You bet. Hey. Hey. I showed up a little early today. It is time to get going. But wait, there is more. There's more. In Brazil, well, at least he was a Brazilian, and he didn't get the whoosh, whoosh, shave. This Brazilian got the whoosh, whoosh. He don't move no more either. This guy's 30, not 33, even younger. Pedro Henrique. Pedro Henrique, dead. Gospel singer, toast. As toast as Freddie Mercury. Another one bites the dust. Hey, take a wild guess, folks. He collapsed. He died during a live performance. Take your wild guess. Okay, once again, I am flying solo. Once again, it's just me. So if you've got a question, comment, thought, put it in the comment section in all caps, please. Just kind of like when I put my message in there. I told you guys to hang on for a wild show today. It's going to get wild. You hold on for 8 seconds through one of my tirades, that means you've earned a gold star. And I am slurping my coffee out of the Prepared Mind coffee cup because I'm going into shift number 3. As the evening rolls around, I'm going to go be private security for a model. Isn't that pretty cool? Private security for a model. All right, we got Jane, Charles, name redacted, Nancy, Cyber Hana, Mikey G, Michael Smith. Everyone is here. Not everyone, but a lot of you. In fact, if you want to be here live Monday through Friday, all you have to do is sign up at the preparedmind.club. Sign up there under the premium membership. It's only $2 a month. 7 cents a day. Now, a lot of people do more, and that's great because I drink a lot of scotch. I eat a lot of tuna fish and a lot of Spam, and I'm a big guy. I weighed myself before the show, checking in right now at a hefty, healthy 282 pounds. And all 282 pounds want to put the hurt on someone if they fuck around tonight. They will find out. Now, we had a couple of JJJ exterminates, right? There's a lot more out there, folks. I'm just giving you the really famous ones. The famous ones. An infamous person showed up. Now we got Hoosier in the house. Okay. We got someone who is infamous. This is the anti-Jew, anti-Israel, Turkish lawmaker talking a bunch of trash in the podium, right? This old pile of crap, bullshit, all of this and all of that. Well, he ain't all that anymore. He fell over after he gave his little speech. Poof, right there at the podium. And guess what? Dead. Right? El muerto. Toast. Done. He wants to bash Israel and then he died. That's just poetic. Thank you, Turkey. Turkey, the nation that's both a part of NATO and sucks up to Russia and China. Turkey, the country that has both American and Russian weapons. Turkey, the second largest military in NATO. Turkey. What the hell is it anyways? I tell you. Okay, I said use all caps for your comments. So Who's Your Life says hi to everyone with all caps. That's not a question or comment. No all caps unless it's a question. You crazy mofos. All right, let us continue with what's going on in the world right now. We talked about Kevin McCarthy for years. I've called him Kevin Do Nothing McCarthy. I've said Kevin Lighten the Loafers McCarthy. I've said he's Kevin who likes to have a man for a roommate at his age, McCarthy. Right? Kevin, I don't want to impeach Biden. Kevin, I don't want to release the January 6 tapes. Kevin, I don't want to stand for anything that's conservative. Kevin, I won't stick up for the Constitution or the people of this country, but I'm a Republican, Kevin. Kevin, who was the longest ever campaigner and most votes ever to get to Speaker of the House, got kicked out faster than anyone I can remember. That Kevin McCarthy pile of crap. So he's quit. He doesn't get to be the boss. He quits. He's going to take his ball and go home. Kevin Crybaby McCarthy is leaving after the new year. So he gave his final speech on the House floor. And guess what he did? He says the Democrats, folks, the Democrat Party is a true reflection of America. Really? Oh, that's not a quote, folks. It's kind of a paraphrase. And he said that Republicans are a restrictive country club. Really? Republicans who want to give people their money back. Republicans who want to give people their freedom back. What does that have to do with a fucking country club? Right? Democrats are a true reflection of America. Okay, so America wants abortions for everybody. America wants Satanists in school. America wants God eliminated. America wants to destroy the military. America wants to destroy education. America wants children groomed in sex toys for teachers and perverts and pedophiles. True America wants the border open. That's why he is a sorry sack of shit turncoat, folks. Kevin McCarthy, get the fuck out of here. What a POS. Wow. Folks, I told you it was going to get wild. Totally wild. And while we're talking about stupid people in politics, I told you about the insanity of the super racist mayor of Boston. Oh, she's a Democrat. And she wanted to have her anti-white electeds of color holiday party that, whoops, everybody got an invitation to, whether you were a person of color or a whitey or a cracker or a ghost or what are those other names that I could get called and have been called, and I don't give a shit. Call me all the names you want. I get to be me, and you Democrats are stuck sucking the tailpipe. Okay. This idiot came out and tried defending her invitations to electeds of color. What a racist. What a sack of shit. Can you imagine having a party? You're the mayor. And so everybody within your world, your city. You're the mayor. You say, hey, look, I'm going to have a party for Caucasians only. I'm going to have a party only for people who are white. And even if we're going to have a tan scale. And if you are too tan, you're not coming to our party. And then I sent that out to just white people. Well, imagine how bad it would be if I sent that out to black people. Like, sorry, you're not allowed if you're black or brown or even darkly tan. Or if you use slang from the ghetto, fuck you, you're done. This is the type of crap that passes for fucking politics, mainstream politics, and jackass, pole smoking Kevin McCarthy wants to say Democrats are the true reflection. Oh, okay, so America's racist. No, the Democrats are racist. They are. They're truly racist. Now, name redacted step 7 says, hey, John, get you some Honey Gardens elderberry syrup ASAP. Take a few times a day. It's the immune boost when you're on the edge. I am not on the edge. I am not sick. I'm working 18 fucking hours a day. But my voice does sound like shit. It does. I will admit that, name redacted. I don't sound as healthy as I should. But I feel like either fist fighting or fucking. And that means somebody's going to get it. That's what that means. So I feel great. And I want to thank everybody who has sent Christmas presents. Itsy bitsy little Christmas presents in CashApp and Venmo and PayPal. Thank you very much. All those little Christmas presents mean something to me. And it's the fact that you care. Anyways, name redacted follows up with, good to hear, John. You bet, brother. I'm good, man. But I do need to keep up my regimen of elderberry and ascorbyl palmitate and hot toddies. Just not when I'm on duty. Right? I have to be have to play within the rules. If you're going to carry concealed, you're just not supposed to be drinking. So I've got to keep it straight, keep it square, and that's why I'm slurping down the coffee. Now, back to Thursday insanity. I told you it's going to be a wild show. Get this. Get this. The Hamas leader, the head, or maybe the dickhead of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh. He is a billionaire or in charge of billions of dollars as the leader of Hamas, which controls the city of Gaza in Palestine. While the people suffer poor health, poor education, poor living conditions and standards, this son of a bitch has billions of dollars. He is now asking, he's negotiating, he's wanting to be protected. Hamas terrorists are continuing to surrender, according to the IDF Israelis. Believe them or not, it doesn't matter. But now the Hamas leader is asking for negotiations. You know what he's doing? He's suing for peace, folks. When you lose, you ask to stop fighting. You're like, okay, I give. Let's negotiate. That's how wars are fought, started, fought, and ended. Someone asks for peace. They cry, uncle. They sure do. Anyways, he's suing for victory? No. He's suing because he lost. Suing for victory when loss is assured. See, if Hamas were allowed to have a ceasefire, a lot of times you wave the white flag, you call for a ceasefire, and you say, let's negotiate. Okay, well, are they negotiating in good faith? Are they going to come in there and say, we won? Look, if they stop the fighting, Hamas is going to claim they won. They'll claim they won no matter what. But they're going to claim they won and said, see, the Israelis, they wanted peace, and so we're going to keep attacking them. Can you believe Hamas? Anything they say? I think what has happened is Hamas is actually getting their asses kicked. And I think they're surprised because the world of terror organizations was supposed to back them up. If Israel goes into Gaza, we're going to come and get you, said Hezbollah. If Israel attacks Gaza and Hamas. Iran will attack. And then you had what, Yemen and Somalia. We will attack you, right? And then you had Turkey. That's right, Turkey, land of the fainting, dying politicians, the backstabbing, two-timing bastard Turks. If you attack Gaza, we're going to kick your ass. They didn't. They flew down and dropped a missile into, I think, Syria. Yeah, nice job. Like, it's pretty interesting. Who manned up? Now, there were a lot of naysayers. And I even quoted one or reposted one of his broadcasts once, a retired military colonel who said, hey, if the rest of the world wants to join the fight, Israel's fucking had it. Interestingly, the rest of the world did not come join the fight. If Israel was truly committing genocide against the Palestinians, shouldn't the entire Arab world go after them? Truly? If the rest of the world knew that Israel was killing women and children and innocents and raping women and disemboweling pregnant women and cutting the heads off of children and babies the way Hamas did, wouldn't the entire Muslim world be there attacking Israel? You bet they would if that kind of stuff was really happening. You know what that tells me? Little old me, little old white American John, white boy Johnny. I'm watching going, there's two things. The most obvious answers could be, it's not really happening, so it's just a bunch of idle, hollow, weak threats coming from the world of jihad. Or, on the other hand, the entire world of jihad is a bunch of hot air, smoke, bullshit, lies, and cowardice because they didn't go attack Israel. And you can't tell me that the world of jihad, well, they were concerned about the women and children and didn't want them to get nuked by Israel. I thought every single solitary Jew everywhere needed to die and be wiped off the face of the earth because they deserve it because they're such bad guys. Yet the entire Muslim world, how many tens of millions, how many hundreds of millions in the world are Muslims? How many Jews in Israel are there? It's not even a fair fight. If the world of Islam wanted to go after them, it would be a bad scene. It would be as ugly as forecasted. Yet they didn't. So is it because Hamas is lying and the entire terrorist world is lying? Or is it because the entire terrorist world are afraid of Israel and they're actually cowards who hide behind their masks and only come out and attack when they're in greater numbers and they can be assured of running away? You know, kind of like Antifa and BLM. It's going to get nasty, folks. Cyber Hana did not put that in all caps. Anyways, if you're in the comment section, you've got something you want to say, get it said. I'm not going to wait till the 30-minute mark, folks. I am on a very strict timeline. Chin Music stepped up and he wrote me an email today. He said, regardless of your opinion of Glenn Beck, and he's not one of my favorites, when you have time to listen to Kash Patel line out how deep the rot is in our government in Washington, I'll tell you what, Mr. Chin Music, you know, I really don't care about Glenn Beck. I think he's a great entertainer. He's got an interesting mind. I don't know why he makes the decisions he does. He's gone away, come back, gone away, come back. I want everyone to have a voice, and if they're worth listening to, people will. I don't like the fact that there's a boot on my neck right now, keeping me quiet, and it's a trick used by YouTube. It is a bullshit trick used by social media, by big tech, to silence people like me and people like you, Chin. People like Nancy, people like Name Redacted, people like Cyber Hana, people like Charles Gentry. Your voice is being squelched by shadow banning and hiding us. Our voices would matter just as much as Glenn Beck's would, because it would echo and resonate with the world. Instead, we are hidden as if we're Shameful people that aren't worthy of talking. That's why I say, hey, right on YouTube, share that internet address. Make sure you thumbs up, of course, and subscribe. Okay. Hold on to your hat there, Orlando. I want to answer Deep State. Chin Music's Deep State comment. Cash Patel, good. I mean, I like these people. I just don't want them to think that they're president material, right? Vivek Ramaswamy, not presidential, right? Glenn Beck, on the other hand, media, great, do media. I've actually spent hours watching Glenn Beck in my life. He's not a bad, but the rot, that's why I did. Our good buddy, jackass extraordinaire, this guy.
They want to eliminate what they call
Steny Hoyer, the deep state. They are the deep state. All of Washington, folks. When Republicans lose their shit, what do? They quit, and they show you exactly how liberal and fucked up they are. Even the former speaker years before, Paul Ryan, he is out bashing Trump. He's praising Adam Klitstinger and Liz Piggy Cheney, two of the biggest sellout, scumbag, rhino Republicans in Washington, deep state suck-ups and suck-offs. Before Kevin Shitstain McCarthy, folks, there was Paul the Rhino Ryan. And Republicans have been led in Congress by anti-American losers. They pretend that they're American. They pretend to be conservative. But are they really? Are they really? Let's take a look at this little juicy tidbit here. From Orlando, he says, John, how about the Senate forcing through a constitutional violation by 6 votes? Oh, yeah. Yep, the Senate. The Senate reinstated the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, which is a clear violation of our rights as citizens, our privacy, our lives, our property. Same with Congress, as in the House of Representatives. They passed it as well with like 160 Republicans voting for more NDAA. Oh, because we have to protect the country. From who? They don't need the NDAA to catch bad guys. Go down to the fucking Mexican border and catch the bad guys. They're right out there in the open. They're saying, look, I'm here illegally. Arrest me. They could look like fucking heroes. We arrested 10,000 people today. We arrested 50,000 people today. We don't need the NDAA to find the bad guys that are committing crimes. They're right there. The bad guys are over there. It's not hard to figure out. But who do they need the NDAA for? You guessed it. For you. You and me. That's who they need it for. These illegals that are here, the government does not need permission to look into their past, their histories, their private accounts, if they even have any. Right? But they need special permission. And where does that permission really come from? There's been a few times in this nation's history, folks. Let me help remind you. Look it up. Research for yourself. Where the government has said, well, we're just going to do away with the Constitution for a little while. Try the Civil War or the war between the states or the war of northern aggression for being jackasses. And the war wasn't started, folks, by armies. It was started by businessmen and bankers in New York fucking City. I said it. There, I said it. I'm waiting for lightning to strike. Well, I guess God isn't mad at me because I didn't get struck by lightning or pass out on the floor like a fucking Turkish politician or a Brazilian gospel singer. Fucking people. I tell you. No, another time, folks. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, president of the U.S. in the 1930s, declared a national state of emergency over the economic situation. And that has been a temporary national emergency ever since then. It has not been rescinded or stopped. We're in a continuous state of national emergency. Thank you, FDR, and thank you every president since then, even Ronald Reagan, for not getting rid of that. Deep state, can you hear it? Can you say it? Even the guy who got his head blown off for challenging the CIA and the deep state, John F. Kennedy. JFK lost his head. He was screwing with the bank. He was screwing with Cuba. He was screwing with, well, the military-industrial complex. He was screwing with the Pentagon. He was screwing with the mob. He was screwing with everybody, pissing them off. But we have a national, we've been under what's called public policy since the 1930s. That's why the Constitution in court doesn't really act like a rule. It's more like guidelines, if you know what I mean. Arg. It's not fucking guidelines, it's the law. Well, we've suspended the law, and so now it's more like guidelines. We'll use the Constitution. That's why they can change their fucking mind every other day. Well, this time, this is what they think the Constitution says, and now it says this, because it's more like guidelines. No, it's the fucking law. How hard is it to understand? Ready? Ready, kids? Follow the bouncing ball. Shall not be infringed. Free speech. Hello. These fucking people. Thank you, Orlando. All right, we got Charles Gentry. He says, God is laughing his ass off at us. My guess is he finally got bored, and the most dangerous thing in the universe is a bored God. That's pretty funny. I do not take that as blasphemous nor sacrilege. That's called humor. Right. Ascribing to God human emotions and feelings and thoughts is a satirical way to talk about the maxim of human existence and what it would think if it were high enough to be like God. But a lot of people don't understand cynicism and satire, and I'll it passes. Now, the real God in heaven is disgusted. I'm pretty sure he's disgusted. And he's disgusted with what humanity has become. I would be too. Oh, well, wait. Hannibal the Conqueror said what? God is laughing his ass off? or he said the universe, the most dangerous thing in the universe is a bored God. I've never heard that quote before in my life. Pretty interesting. But I guess, this is just how the world works, folks. It is a wild and wacky freaking Thursday. I am not done. No, sirree, Bob. Oh, I said it was 161 worthless Republicans voted to reauthorize. Well, it was FISA, not the NDAA, and it was not 161. It was only 147 worthless piece of shit Republicans who wanted to reauthorize FISA, which is the secret spying program that the Department of Justice and the FBI use to spy on you, me, Trump, everybody. Why do the Republicans support Big Brother? Why do they love DC? Why is the deep state controlling everything? Great fucking question. It won't be answered quickly or easily, but it's a truth. It's a truth. Now, did you know? Let me get this. Karine Jean-Pierre, idiot extraordinaire, said, quote, the president was familiar with what Hunter was going to say today. That's right. Joe Biden was familiar. He knew. He knew. Does that mean that he was coordinating? He was talking to a key witness that was being questioned or going to testify in a deposition about a criminal under investigation, Joe Biden, an alleged criminal, Joe Biden. Isn't that interfering with a witness, witness tampering? And if Joe said, you need to say this or you need to say that, isn't that suborning perjury? That is to say, having someone lie for you or because of you. He's caused someone to lie because Hunter's like, I don't know what to say, Dad. And he's like, well, malarkey. Fucking idiots. Unbelievable. It truly is unbelievable, folks. What is going on? The president was familiar with what Hunter was going to say today. How could that happen? Now, I want you to understand who you are and what you should be. You should be strong. A ultimate fighting champion, Colby Covington, slam dunked on a NBA player, LeBron James, because LeBron James is continuously shitting on America as he makes his millions. So this is what the ultimate fighting champ, the UFC champion, said to LeBron James publicly, very loudly. He said, "Fuck you. You're a spineless coward and you're a bitch." Folks, I couldn't have said it better. Bless the warriors who know the pain and endure it to win the battle. Warriors, folks, they know what it takes. I hope you have the spirit of a warrior, because when the fighting starts, you can't call for a timeout. You can't go sit on the bench. When the game begins, we're all going to be playing it. And I love that the ultimate fighters, whatever ultimate fighting league they're in, they're not afraid to speak their mind. They're not afraid. They're ready to fight it out at every level. Now, constantly getting in fights and fighting over anything and everything is rather ridiculous. But when it comes to protecting the people in your country, like Conor McGregor, who said enough of Ireland being killed by foreigners, or Americans who said, we're tired of you shitting on our country when we pay your bills, when we pay you. I'm tired of these fucking people, folks, all of them. I don't watch NFL. I don't watch NBA. I don't watch Major League Baseball, and I'm not watching hockey, am I? I would love to go to a hockey game. I love hockey, by the way. But I don't love these people in sports. I'd love to go to a football game, but I don't want to support them in any way, form, or fashion. I support things that I believe in, and I say things that I believe. I want you to speak up, use your voice, protect America. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Godspeed, Semper Fi. I'm going to save my voice. I tell you what. God bless America. Merry Christmas. Semper Fi.